Does it feel like the United States of America is nearing the end of the road in its run as the world's dominant superpower? Did we bring this upon ourselves? Were we too soft on ourselves while we were hard on the rest of the world, which made them grow stronger? What does this mean for the price of silver, the price of gold, the price of the precious metal mining stocks? As we move into the coming years and decades, let's take a look at what's gone on over the last 10, 20 years and how the United States may have very well sabotaged itself and now has a big price to pay. Let's get started by learning a fancy, sophisticated word, unipolar. For the last 20 or 30 years, we have lived in what is described as a unipolar world. One power. That was the United States of America. We were basically the only game in town. It grew to the point that now 85% of the world's trade is conducted in United States dollars. Much of the developing world's debt, when they need to borrow money, guess what they have to borrow it in? United States dollars. The United States has ruled the world for the last 20 to 30 years. But were we irresponsible with our position of power and prestige in the world? We loaned out money to many developing countries all over the world. Some people even say that we weaponized the dollar. We forced other countries to learn the hard lessons of capitalism, bankruptcies, tough medicine we doled out to the rest of the world. That caused them to adapt, to pivot, to get tough, to learn the hard lessons. While at the same time, at home in the United States, we were kind of soft on ourselves. We could print all the money we needed anytime we ran into any type of difficulty. Just one example of this would have been the Great Financial Crisis, right? Instead of having our banking system learn some hard lessons, maybe even punish some of the crooks that were responsible for the economic hardship that was the result of their actions, instead, we just bailed everybody out, printed a bunch of money, made everything okay, didn't teach any hard lessons. When's the last time you've heard about a wave of bankruptcies in the United States of America? It's been a long time. So while we were being soft on ourselves, abusing our position of power and prestige, some might say, the rest of the world was getting tough, going through struggles, learning how to adapt. They were learning, ironically, the actual tough lessons of capitalism. And now the world's starting to change. We're seeing a shift away from a unipolar world. We're seeing much of the developed world wanting to go out on their own. We're seeing places like Russia and China, the BRICS nations, saying, hey, we're done dealing with the dollar and the games and you being soft on yourself and hard on everybody else. We're going to develop our own reserve currency that we can do financial transactions in, that we can base upon real hard assets, including things like silver and gold. We got a lot more to talk about. The world is changing fast, but one thing that won't change is the fact that you are always welcome here in Ron's Basement. I consider it a big honor and privilege that you have decided to spend some of your precious time with me right now here in the basement. We are in this together. If you enjoy my content, you can subscribe right here. I put out a new video every single day. You got a friend for life? Welcome, friend. Please feel free to share this video with anyone you like. Leave a comment. Your thoughts, your feelings are important. Now let's get back to the video. So while our political leaders were busy being soft at home, more like socialism, bailouts, take care of everything, no real pain, no real consequences, we were busy doling out capitalism and the tough lessons associated with it to the rest of the world. And that's just what happened. They got tough. And now it feels like possibly they're standing up and saying enough is enough. We're moving away from the unipolar world where the USA dominated, right? We are heavily dominant and have been for a while, to a world that's more split between the East and the West. And what does that mean for the price of the precious metals specifically? What that means is eventually the value of the US dollar will continue to evaporate. And when that happens, there's no other solution, no other result than that we get higher prices for real assets. It may not happen this week. It may not happen next week, but eventually it will happen. We are at a very high level right now here in the United States. Unfortunately, when you get to such a dominant level, there's really only one place to go from there, and that could be down. Now, I'm not talking about, nor do I want to see the complete demise of the United States of America, but I think we have to look realistically at the situations that are unfolding in the world. We want to protect ourselves, our family. So we look at the big picture and make decisions accordingly. Hey, thanks for joining me in Ron's Basement. You know you are always welcome here. Until next time, you be well.